Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Liverpool transfer news. Complex Alexander Isak update as Reds brace for 2 exits. There are less than 2 weeks remaining of the transfer window, and Liverpool still have work to do with time ticking down in the market. Arne Slot saw his squad strengthened early but could still take the opportunity to add news players in the coming days. Liverpool could yet move for Alexander Isak if they are offered encouragement by Newcastle after the forward remained outside of the Magpies squad against Aston Villa. The Reds could yet tie up a deal for Mark Guéhi from Crystal Palace too as they reinforce their back line. There are still members of Slot's team who could depart too. The Dutchman has already waved goodbye to Jarell Quansah, Tyler Morton and Caoimhin Kelleher among others to bring in funds, and Ben Doak could follow. More could follow. Kostas Tsimikas will need to leave if he desires playing time, while the likes of Stefan Bajcetic still needs their future resolved. Mirror Football takes a look at the latest transfer news and rumors surrounding Anfield. 2 exits on the cards. Liverpool could still see 2 members of their side depart in the final days of the transfer window. Kostas Tsimikas missed out on the first squad of the season against Bournemouth, having become the third-choice left-back after Milos Kerkez's arrival. The Greek international is wanted by Nottingham Forest, with the Reds able to part ways with a player not in Arne Slot's plans. Harvey Elliott, meanwhile, was at Anfield for the win over the Cherries, but did not make it off the bench. The midfielder is wanted by RB Leipzig, and the German side are likely to make a formal move once Xavi Simon's future is decided. Isak update. Sweden boss Jon Dahl Tomasson has advised fans not to judge Alexander Isak too quickly, and warned they may not know the whole situation, amid the striker's attempts to force a transfer. The Newcastle star is wanted by Liverpool. First of all, Alex is an extremely professional player. A fantastic character and personality. I have spoken to Alex a lot during this period. He told Fotbollskanalen. Situations like this are quite complex. These are extremely complex environments that the players operate in. I'm sure it will work out in the end, but you have to know the whole picture before you draw conclusions. That's always a good tip. Asked if outsiders aren't aware of the whole picture, he added, I don't think we know it. I don't know the whole picture either. It's quite normal because there's a lot of politics in a football club. But one thing is for sure, Alex is a great guy and very professional. We should all be very careful about drawing conclusions because we don't know the bigger picture. Konate transfer increasingly likely. Reports in Spain claim that Liverpool's signing of Giovanni Leone and quest to land Mark Guéhi makes a Real Madrid move for Ibrahima increasingly likely. Konate has just 1 year remaining on his contract and has often been linked to the Bernabeu. Konate is said to be a leading transfer target for Los Blancos and has been identified as an ideal profile. And a move in the final days of the window has not been ruled out. Richard Hughes agrees genius £50 million transfer. Richard Hughes has agreed a genius deal for Liverpool. The club's sporting director deserves some respect on his name. Trent Alexander-Arnold had us convinced it was going to be the summer of '66. But alas, it has proved to be the summer of Richard Hughes and Liverpool Football Club. And it's not even over yet. We've still got a couple of weeks left until the transfer window shuts close. Already, though, the work Hughes has done speaks for itself. He's been terrific at getting deals over the line. Not just when it comes to new arrivals but getting key sales done. This was something Michael Edwards also thrived at, and it seems like Hughes is carrying on from where he left off. We've seen Hughes agree major sales for Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, but even more impressively for the club's academy graduates where Edwards once made his bread and butter. Getting impressive transfer fees for academy graduates like Jarell Quansah, Caoimhin Kelleher, and Tyler Morton is just as important for Liverpool as buying players. It sustains the club in order to meet the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, PSR. Importantly, Hughes has inserted a buyback or sell-on clause into all of those deals to ensure Liverpool have first dibs or profit from future sales. Another key sales has just been agreed by Hughes too. Liverpool have agreed to sell Ben Doak for £25 million. He'll be joining Bournemouth, but he might not be there forever. According to Ben Jacobs, Liverpool have a sell-on clause, which is at least usually double that of the transfer fee. This would make Hughes' agreement for a future Doak transfer £50 million or in excess of that with Bournemouth. Doak has the potential to be world-class, especially if you look at the Cherries' recent track record of developing players. Some of their best players from last season are now playing for Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool. The fact that they've decided to buy Doak speaks volumes of just how highly they rate him. He's going to be a huge asset for them, and if he performs like the previous stars at the club, the very top sides will be queuing up to take him away from Bournemouth. But if that happens, Hughes already has an agreement in place. Liverpool can just sign him for £50 million and not have to worry about the other competition. At which point £50 million will also be a bargain transfer. If Doak goes on to reach the heights of Dean Huijsen, Milos Kerkez or Ilya Zabarnyi, Liverpool will have a player on their hands who is worth a lot more than just £50 million. This is why it's such a genius deal from Hughes. It's simply a win-win. Liverpool received transfer boost as Crystal Palace eye replacement for Mark Guéhi. Crystal Palace are reportedly considering making a move for Rennes talent Jeremy Xhaka should Mark Guéhi join Liverpool this summer. Guéhi has been heavily linked with a move to the Premier League champions, but as of now, the Reds have not made any formal offer. Manchester United reportedly made an approach to sign the Eagles skipper, but it appears that their interest has died down in recent weeks. The Reds have added Giovanni Leone from Italian side Parma for a fee of £26 million plus add-ons to bolster the defence, but Arne Slot still needs more depth at the back. Liverpool still short of Palace's valuation of Guéhi. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate remain as the two first-choice defenders at the club, while Joe Gomez and Leone can serve as backups. The situation is far from ideal, given Gomez's recent injury struggles and Leone's inexperience, indicating that Slot requires one more quality and proven central defender at the back. Guéhi is in his final year at Selhurst Park, and Palace are willing to offload him. According to a report from The Independent, there is still a £10 million difference in valuation between the two clubs. Considering his contract situation, the Reds are refusing to pay more than £35 million, whereas the Eagles are insistent on £45 million. The transfer fee is crucial here because Xhaka would cost around £35 million, and the situation has become complicated. The Reds need Guéhi, but the saga could drag on. At 34, Van Dijk is still going strong, and he seems to be playing at the peak of his powers. However, doubts remain over Konate, who has been linked with a move to Real Madrid. Even if the Frenchman stays, the Reds need another experienced centre-back, an upgrade on Jarell Quansah, who left the club to join Bayer Leverkusen. Guéhi's tactical versatility to play across the back line has made him a potent weapon for his club and country. At Palace, he is primarily deployed as a left centre-back in a back three by Oliver Glasner, but he has shown great adaptability in a four-man defence while playing for England. On top of that, he has shown great proficiency in passing and carrying the ball forward from the back, which makes him an excellent asset for sides that are equipped for either high-pressing or counter-attacking football. Considering his age, contract situation, quality, and ability to adapt to different systems seamlessly, Guéhi is perfect fit for Liverpool. Liverpool transfer summer chaos. £200 million sales, £300 million spent. Liverpool have officially smashed past the £200 million mark in player sales this summer, and the latest ticket out of Anfield belongs to teenage winger Ben Doak. Now a 19-year-old Bournemouth man for its Merseyside sparkle on holiday in £25 million deal put. And just like that, the revolving door policy at Liverpool appears more like a theme park ride. Players step on, scream all season, then whiz off at breakneck pace. Liverpool players out, a mass exodus or a master plan? Doak is hardly alone. Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Alexander-Arnold, Caoimhin Kelleher and Quansah Jarell all flourished their carry-on luggage during the summer. That's enough talent to field a respectable Europa League squad, minus the budget airline tickets. Liverpool fans, naturally, are asking whether this is strategy or chaos. When your sales hit £200 million but your spending tops £300 million, you either look like Pep Guardiola in disguise or someone maxing out their credit card before the bill arrives. Liverpool future targets: big names, bigger price tags. The rumour mill insists that Crystal Palace defender Mark Guéhi and Newcastle striker Alexander Isak are on the shopping list. Translation: Liverpool are flirting with another £150 million tab. At this point, it's less Moneyball and more Monopoly, and they're definitely not passing go or collecting £200. Author's take: Liverpool's gamble. Here's my 2 cents. Liverpool are walking a high-wire act without a safety net. The squad churn makes sense only if Jurgen Klopp's successors, or Slot's backroom alchemists, can stitch the chaos into chemistry. Doak's departure feels premature. He had flair, if not the numbers. But football loyalty is now rarer than VAR consistency. In today's market, players are assets first, mascots second. Liverpool headlines will keep rolling. Don't be surprised if Kostas Tsimikas and Harvey Elliott headline the next departures. Anfield, right now, is less fortress and more auction house. And what should you be a fan? Strap in, we are in for a rough, £1 billion ride.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.